resources were out of money, so they could not continue the project. So
But the most punishment come to them before they finish building it. You never know. Because also regarding the engineering research, people should do. Because these people, the punishment rules, we didn't touch this area yet. After they slaughtered the camel, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punishment, and the punish was like this. First day, their faces will turn into yellow. Second day, faces turn into red. Third day into black.
Black.
Yes, black. And a sound, one of the angels, I'm not sure which one, just shout. Shout. So one shout, and all of them finish. And if you analyze the sound can break rocks.
An amplitude, basically. You need an amplitude.
A very high amplitude. Obviously.
Now we can talk technically.
Engineering, yeah. So amplitudes generally, I mean, we're talking about like AM. When we talk about AM amplitude.
Modulation, but this is something different. It's just the amplitude itself.
Okay, I'm not talking about the
easily,
technology.
when you turn your radio up, the volume up, you can't stand it for more than a few seconds. And then you tell your child, turn it down. Because your ear is not able to stand for that high power sound. Right?
That's right.
Imagine that you live with this like 100, 200, 1,000 times as much. It will not only break your ears, it will break your brain tissue, and it will make you dead in a spot.
Yes. Right. So actually you can break a rock by having a strong sound, concentrated in a particular area. I saw research in the States when I was going on one of the tours. I had a friend, a professor at Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. The guy had like an acoustic research, where basically they can move a ping pong ball within a box, and they can move that around with acoustics, with sound, and I think you can get us to powerful frequencies and powerful amplitudes.
You can generate power.
You can even cut a rock.
You can generate electricity from sound.
And I think as you observe the mountains,
this sound we're doing now, it's just sound. You listen to it, it just sounds. It's waves, but that waves, if it passes a certain level, it will be harmful. Right, so people can, if you got a stone in your kidney, people can get it out by sound, ultrasonic, whatever. So it's just sound, right, and frequency as well. We're just guessing, by the way, but we're just analyzing it.
See, the thing is, mountains around the Ramadan Salih area, most of them look like if they're melted down. And we're talking about like if a melted down mountain, like it's like a candle that has like
exactly. Probably the audience will see picture of that.
And I think also some of the mountains were not melted, others were destroyed, like they were cut into sharp edges. And we saw some of them.
Now we can see on the screen one of the well-shaped and engraved houses, if we can say, ordinary house. We're not sure if they are ordinary house or tombs or graves, but I'm quite sure that this have not been done by haphazard.
By nature. Well, we're not exactly sure. We're trying, as I said, we're trying to analyze it.
Okay. Let's talk about the 35 Nabateans. 35 tombs that the Nabateans developed. I mean, these are dated from the first year of BC to the year 75 AD by reference to the last 3 kings of the Nabateans, and which the names are Aretias the 4th, Malichus the 2nd, and Rabel the 2nd. Some of that is still reserved. When you look at the shape of the eagles, you have on top of
we just had it there.
And I think looking at that, significantly, each one of those generations would come and bring their own symbol. An eagle is a symbol, like for instance, a symbol, or generally even you're looking of kingdom. Even looking at the swords, the 2 swords in the palm tree, as a symbol of the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That's something embedded everywhere. I mean, that's something. But we always bring out our intentions within those civilizations. We want to live and leave, a legacy. We want to show the world, or show other civilizations that we were here. We did build this, and we were able to.
While we were inside the area, some of the engraved places were having an eagle upon the door, and some of them there was no eagle. Does that mean the eagle thing was like a governmental areas or the governmental department, and the others
I think looking at those eagles, maybe some kings like Aretas before decided to have the eagle, and I saw some eagles not just at the top of the door. I saw some of them at the side of the building.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, some of them weren't there, and some of them were there in the middle of the door. And the other ones were in the sides. So I mean, maybe each one of those kings that came in decided to put to make it significant to show his era. That this is the era of King Aretas, for instance, or one of those like King Rabel II. King Rabel II, they decided to have it because people said, "Oh, this was developed by King Rabel." So, and I think this is how
it's a fingerprint, so
fingerprint.
yes, an indication, because I'm not sure that they have letters at that era, but they used to have shapes.
and what kind of language they used to speak?
Well,
Assyrian and
Assyrian
Nabatean,
language, yes.
and even their scriptures. And according to the books I've read, and even investigations I've done about Al-Ula, and Madan Salih in particular, Arisans and also Nabateans had their languages served some of the scriptures. You have at the doorstep at the top over the eagle, like a door, like as you write your name on the door of your house, there's something written there. I think maybe if we could zoom into some of those pictures, we can maybe have somebody read some of that writing. And it was like a mixture between the old type of scriptures, the writing styles. Some of it looked like Aramaic. Maybe some.
This language usually is a sign language. It's a sign language in a sense that it uses symbols, symbolic language like birds, shapes.
Pharaohs they use this.
No, even not only pharaohs. Even nowadays, the Chinese, for example, Chinese language, they use symbols. Right. For example, well, I used to have. Neighbors, Chinese neighbors, and they used to teach me a bit.
Good lunch and good.
No, they never invite me to anything, but they used to teach me a bit of their language. So, for example, people will look like this. I know that the camera will bring my hand. So people like this, like it's a shade over people. So the symbol represents